This is Plant-Based Briefing, Gut Health Promoting Foods and Recipes to Nourish Your Microbiome, Part 2, by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm Marian Erickson, your host, and this is the podcast where I curate a variety of articles on plant-based and vegan living, get permission, and read them to you here in about 10 minutes or less every weekday. Today's post is a bit longer than most, so I've split it up into two parts. I read part 1 yesterday and part 2 today. So if you haven't yet, please go back and listen to part 1 so this one makes sense. So now let's get to today's plant-based briefing. Gut Health Promoting Foods and Recipes to Nourish Your Microbiome, Part 2, by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. How food can heal your gut. Your gut microbiome is an extremely important part of you. The tiny critters inside your tummy and intestines help you digest your food and absorb the nutrients your body needs. So it's crucial to feed them the right foods so they can thrive, as well as protect them from foods that can harm them. Together, you'll optimize your nutrition, your mood, and your health. Fiber is your friend. The most gut-friendly nutrient is fiber, which comes in two basic forms, soluble and insoluble. Both are crucial for happy, beneficial microbes. If you aren't sure if a food is problematic or not, a simple question is, does it contain fiber? Problematic foods don't contain much, if any, fiber. For example, there is 0 fiber in animal products and bottled oils. Likewise, sugar, white flour, and other refined products contain little to none. A good rule of thumb? In a packaged food, the ratio of grams of carbohydrates to grams of fiber should be 5-to-1 or less. For example, a serving of Cheerios contains 23 grams carbohydrates and 1.7 grams fiber. So 23 divided by 1.7 equals 13.5, which is a lot bigger than 5. Ezekiel bread with 15 grams carbohydrates and 3 grams fiber per serving just makes the cut. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Your best bets for fiber-filled, gut-healing foods are whole plants. While all of them give you a fiber boost, look especially for those that contain prebiotic fiber that you can't digest, but your microbes can. Some rich sources include jicama, bananas, legumes, allium vegetables, the onion and garlic clan, and leafy greens. Probiotics. The probiotic foods that can add microbiotic diversity to your gut include fermented dishes such as sauerkraut, kimchi, yogurts, kefirs, kombucha, natto, and so on. Keep in mind that not all fermented foods still contain active bacteria by the time they reach store shelves. For example, heat treatments like pasteurization deactivate them in some brands of sauerkraut and yogurt. So if you're not making your own, be sure to read labels to make sure the foods inside contain live cultures. Resistant starch. You also want to enlist the resistance in your campaign to strengthen your gut microbiome. Resistant starch, that is. Some starches and foods are not digested in our stomachs or small intestines, and instead pass through to the large intestines where they produce a feast for our gut bacteria. This increases production of short-chain fatty acids, such as butyrate, which performs a long list of beneficial functions for us. Sources of resistant starch include whole grains, seeds, legumes, and potatoes, all of which are widely available and therefore can be staples in our diets. Now want some yummy recipes that are rich in gut-healing foods? You're in the right place. 7 gut health recipes to replenish your microbiome. The gut health recipes below all contain ingredients that can help restore the gut. Whole plant-based foods that are packed with phytonutrients, fiber, prebiotics, and probiotics. The fluffy buckwheat chia pancakes are a fun and tasty way to incorporate buckwheat, a high-fiber food that cooks like a grain, though it's botanically considered a pseudograin, into your morning routine. You'll enjoy a fiber-filled, satisfying salad with the grilled peach and barley, a member of the resistant starch brigade salad, and get a double dose of prebiotic goodness with the balsamic Dijon artichokes and asparagus. Add some live bacteria to your plate by enjoying the kimchi fried rice and veggies. You'll also find fiber, prebiotics, resistant starch, and phytonutrients in the blackened tempeh and sweet potato bowl with avocado and kale. Turn creamy cashews into tangy yogurt with at-home fermentation, and you won't even have to think about food labels. Finally, gift your gut some anthocyanins, polyphenol pigments that act as prebiotics, In the blueberry ginger smoothie, the ginger in the smoothie also supports gut health by reducing inflammation, relieving nausea, and fighting pathogens. Cheers to a healthy gut and a happy you. All recipes are linked in the original post in the show notes. Fluffy buckwheat chia pancakes. Studies show that those who eat a variety of whole grains have more diverse bacteria in their guts, which may lead to better health. Swap out traditional pancakes with these nutty and fluffy buckwheat chia pancakes and enjoy fiber-fueled nutrition with each bite. Word has it that your gut will thank you. Grilled peach and barley salad. Barley is a good-for-you whole grain food that contains resistant starch, a fiber-like nutrient that resists digestion and ferments in the large intestine, contributing to a healthy gut. The accompanying lemon shallot vinaigrette is also good for your gut, thanks to its prebiotic fiber. Finally, leafy greens provide plenty of phytonutrients that can reduce gut inflammation and fiber that can contribute to digestive and gut health. It's a healthy gut trifecta. Balsamic Dijon artichokes and asparagus. Both artichokes and asparagus have a type of prebiotic fiber called inulin, which feeds the healthy bacteria in your gut, keeping them happy and thriving. And happy and thriving, healthy gut bacteria help to keep you happy and thriving too. This gut health recipe is delicious as a side dish alongside grilled tofu or tempeh, or as part of a grain bowl. Kimchi fried rice and veggies. This dish delivers fiber from the rice and veggies, colorful phytonutrients from the vegetables, and probiotics from the kimchi. It also tastes super delicious and looks pretty on the table. Pro tip: add the kimchi at the end of cooking to avoid destroying its bountiful beneficial bacteria. Blackened tempeh and sweet potato bowl with avocado and kale. Tempeh is a fermented food, but since it needs to be cooked before consumed, we can't benefit from its probiotics. Tempeh does, however, contain many other nutrients, including prebiotic fiber, which can feed the already existing healthy bacteria in our guts. What's more, sweet potato contains resistant starch, while avocado and kale bring the phytonutrients, all key ingredients for a healthy gut. Your good gut bacteria are probably getting hungry as you read this description. Easy homemade cashew yogurt. Are you into making magic? Because that's what it feels like when you create your own yogurt. Technically, yogurt isn't cooked, it's incubated, which means it's held at a constant warm temperature to encourage gut-friendly bacteria to be fruitful and multiply. This equates to a yummy, tangy yogurt and a happy belly. Blueberry ginger smoothie. Fun fact, healthy bacteria in the gut enjoy more than just fiber. They also enjoy certain phytonutrients like anthocyanins from blueberries, which act as a food to help good bacteria thrive. Ginger has been touted for its ability to help heal the gut for centuries. It can reduce inflammation, alleviate nausea, and fight intestinal infections. Plus, it adds a little zing to this nourishing smoothie. Go forth and heal your gut. Modern society has an immunity problem, which stems partly from a multi-pronged onslaught against our gut microbiome. Many of us live in a world that doesn't expose us to enough pathogens to exercise our immune systems. We kill beneficial bacteria with soaps and sanitizers, we dump repeated doses of antibiotics into our bodies, and we eat diets that starve the good bacteria and feed harmful bacteria. But these are things you can do to protect and even heal your gut, which can strengthen your immune system. One of the best ways to improve gut health is by improving your diet. Focus on whole foods, especially fruits, veggies, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and fermented foods. Eliminate processed foods, sugar, and factory-farmed meat, especially processed meat. That way, you'll be able to say about your gut bacteria what Max Martin wrote for Katy Perry in the song Part of Me. This is the part of me that you're never going to ever take away from me. You just listened to Gut Health Promoting Foods and Recipes to Nourish Your Microbiome, Part 2, by Ocean Robbins at foodrevolution.org. And I'm your host, Marian Erickson, and as always, the original post is linked in the show notes. So from there, you can find all those amazing recipe links that were mentioned in the article. And I want to thank you all for listening and sharing and emailing me. I love to hear from you. I love your comments. I love your reviews if you could put those on whatever podcast platform that you use. And even commenting and interacting on social media with the podcast episodes really helps it get more visibility. This is a service project for me, kind of a labor of love. It's not a moneymaker, it's not a business. I really just want people to understand the benefits of plant-based and vegan living for their health, for the health of our planet, and for the health of the animals, of course. So please interact with any of the episodes on social media or leave comments or reviews on your podcast listening app. And as always, please share this with anyone who might benefit from it, and thanks so much for listening.